what she's really doing here, she's making that body pit. She want to find that suitable spot that she can lay her eggs. And as soon as she finds that suitable spot, what happens, it goes into like a deep sleep trance. The bigger the size, the deeper they will go. Because they will stretch, she will stretch that flipper until she cannot pick up any more sand.
So they've been coming up for several weeks now?
Well, usually our season starts at March. So from March to August, September is where you get the whole process. You know, they come in and leave in, you know. So the peak is usually cultivated from March to August.
From the beginning of March?
From the beginning, yes.
So they've been coming in for what, 6 weeks now?
The government only cultivated bleach in March, but that don't mean to say the turtles don't come. You know, because sometimes they're the peak season for the leatherback turtle. It's a unique style. She will start from almost nothing here. And she will usually dig a perfect egg chamber. And a leatherback turtle lay approximately 100 to 120 eggs when she's laying here. And remember, they just don't lay one time for the season. She will lay about 6 to 7 times for the season. So when she finishes here, that's not the end of her laying. She will go back out, and in about 10-15 days, she will come back up again, and she will do this process about 6 to 7 times for the season. And they go out to sea. We have no history at all about them again until they come back up to lay between the age of 25 to 30 years.
Yes.
So they have never really seen like a teenage turtle. That lifespan, that growing span, they just disappear underneath the ocean. Nobody knows where they go until they come back up between the age of 25 to 30 years. Right, we say they don't usually, I tell you, they don't usually live like in the Caribbean. They only come to the Caribbean because of the temperature to lay their eggs. Even though the sex depends on the temperature, male or female also.
She almost uses her flipper like a scoop.
And when she's laying and you start to feel, you start to touch the turtle, you will see the leathery. That's why they call it a leatherback. Remember, as I was telling you earlier on, we also have the green and the oxbill turtles coming up and lay. Those are the hard shell turtles. Right? Now, if this turtle die, everything rots. But the green turtle, remember the shell, you can preserve them. You can keep them, you can make things with them. With a leatherback, you cannot do that.
Right. What is it? Cartilage? Or?
It's like, it's something like, what they call it, leatherback. It has a leathery texture. Now, they also use that leathery texture for one of their defense. So the leather is one of the way, the shell is one of the way that they escape their predators in the water by the depth that they can go. And remember also, they don't breathe underwater. So as deep as they can go, remember they have to come back up to get air. And that is why they swim so fast. They come like every other 3 years. So when you see this turtle this year, you wouldn't see her next year.
Right. It must take a while to regain strength
after laying so much.
Yeah.
But remember, they are laying 100 and something eggs 6 to 7 times. You know, that is plenty.
That's a lot.
You see how neat and simple, you know, it's like a human. They're doing this process.
And the sand doesn't cave in much.
No. When we experience a lot of caving in is in the peak season. You see the
'cause it's
sand,
been disturbed.
yes, the sand become too loose with the amount of turtles digging.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes when they come and the area they happen to be in and it's too loose, when they start digging, the sand will cave back in. But what they will do, they will leave and they will go somewhere else and they will try again.
And it would take a very unusual tide or weather event for water to come up here before they hatch.
Yeah, the sea don't ever reach this height.
Okay.
Any coral reef areas, any coral beaches, any rocky beaches, they always try to keep away from it because it can damage their shell, their back. If you take a sharp object or anything and you scrape the back of this turtle, she can bleed.
Oh.
Right? It's not like I said, like the hard shell turtles, which are more tough. No. And the hard shell turtles, they also live in the Caribbean. They are always around, but not these. They live in more the colder areas, all Canada, Norway, all these areas in the cold. They live in those areas and then they will not stop laying. No matter what you do to this turtle, she will not stop laying. Right? So usually we like just move the fin and we can see the laying process. As soon as she starts to lay, I will just do that. Remember, at this time too, it is very safe to also touch the turtle.
Yes, she is.
Lay a lot, you know. If she lay like 120 eggs, sometimes out of that egg, sometimes only one alone make it to be a adult.
But if one made it to be an adult and she lays several times, then the population, at least there would be more than a replacement if they live.
Yeah. So that's why they have to lay this great amount, because remember, there is so much predators are waiting for these eggs, for the young ones. In the ocean, we have the fishes, we have the dogs, we have the birds, we have the, you know.
Right.
So it's a very thin line for survival to make it to be an adult for these leatherback turtles. That is why, like in the peak season for the babies, that is August, September, in the daytime we try to collect, when they hatch, we will try to collect as much baby turtles as possible. And we will keep them and we will release them in the night. Because they have a better chance of surviving in the night time than in the
Fewer predators out.
yeah. So we go through that process like in the peak season for the hatchling, which is August, September. And they are not like the chicken eggs, we are easy to break or crack, you know.
These are very rubbery, right?
They are very tough. Again, they hatch, come up to the surface, head out to sea and try to make it to the island.
What is it? Once we are not getting ready to do it first.
Yeah.
Take a sharp object of anything.
That is 67.
So these are the guys that do the measurement and tagging and what information, you know, they can do to give up information about the turtles, you know, like how often, you know, it's not like a tracking device, we don't do no tracking, you know, it's more like for data collection. So they will measure it, you know, they'll get the size, the length, the width, they'll take the number,
probably tell how much they've grown since last year, that sort of thing. Yeah.
If she don't have a tag, they will put on a tag, but they will only put on a tag when she's in the laying process. Right? Because remember, she's in a deep sleep. Like they don't see or know what's going on.
And at this point she does know?
Yeah, but at this point, as long as she stops laying, you know, she's gradually getting out of it. Slowly, you know. Yeah. But remember, the main process in a turtle coming is for her to lay. As soon as she lay, we know, okay, everything is okay. So even at this process, you know, when if they like disturb her, she wouldn't stop with what she's doing. She will still continue covering. But her eggs are safe. She laid her eggs, and you know, no disturbance now will really cause any problem.
Why are there tadpoles in Trinidad?
It's a mark. Remember, there are different patrols and different guides,
So
different
they'll
taggers.
know that things have been done. Yeah.
So somebody will come and take it twice.
Yeah.
When you see that, they will know, okay, well guys, leave this one. This one already leave.
So you must have a big staff of people out here working at the height of the season.
Yeah, well, in the peak season, you know, we try to have as much, you know, workers because remember there is more, so we want to get as much data as possible.
Right.
You know, and
So this is a big staff there.
not really big.
Huh?
You know, it's
Mostly volunteers?
our group is a self-help group. Even when we are doing this, sometimes we just come out and we do this for on our own, you know, because we know we want to protect these turtles. Besides the government prohibit the beach and there are patrols, you know, our group is really yeah.
And that's what you're doing, you're volunteering?
Yeah.
That's a great thing to do.
Sometimes we get like sponsor to do like projects. Sometimes we do, sometimes we might not. If we do, they'll have a sponsor and they will like, you know, they will pay people to do certain things, like have a project. You know, like if they might get like a tagging project or you know, like certain things. Area become a little uneven because remember the diet is very good and she will eat like twice times a week. So they eat a lot. It's like you are seeing the moon on their shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it glows. See when they are laying how still they are?
Yes.
It's like peace.
So is size completely related to age? The smaller ones would be younger?
Yes. So she's showing back the sun now. To like camouflage the area to confuse it, to make sure you realize she's moving but she lay maybe somewhere quite back here.
Yes, right. And I was wondering, I suppose she recognizes that she's well away from the eggs by now.
That is how they camouflage the area, you know.
Uh-huh.
And she is doing that process there, like if she has laid here. The same process that she's doing there is when she's about to lay and when she lays. Now she's doing the same process like if it's there she lays. But remember she lays somewhere quite back here.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that could confuse a predator. Yeah.
Look, what?
Whoa.
Yes, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Aw.
Because she's digging too deep. Deep.